back, boys and girls. And a big shalom to all of you. In this week's Parsha, Parshat Balak, we find once again the nations coming against us with all their means in order to stop the Jewish people fulfilling its mission, entering the land of Israel. That's right. The nations around us, whether they refused to let the Jewish people enter through the land, whether they came to battle against us, time and time have done everything in their power to make this happen, that the Jews, Israel, will not enter into the land. After 40 years of wandering, the time has come. The time has come for the world to be perfected. And the way that that's going to get done is having Israel enter its land, place a king, build a temple. But that is exactly what the nations do not want. And they do all at their disposal in order to stop that. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, buddy. Now, in this week's Parsha, Balak, the king of Moab, is frightful. He sees the Jews, mass military force, unstoppable. Other kingdoms have fallen by the wayside, whether it's Og, the king of Bashan, or it's Heshvan, Sichon, all fell apart, unable to stand up against the might of God of Israel, the mighty one of Jacob. That's right. See, that's what I'm talking about. So they decided to go another course. Hire Bilam, the famous prophet in his days. That's right. Because what you cannot achieve on the battlefield, you could achieve through words, through speaking. As the prophet Jeremiah tells us, Shalom, shalom, but ain't shalom. Peace, peace, but there is no peace. Just as we see today, the enemies of the Jewish people, unable to stop us through wars, have taken another track, the track of speaking, of delusions, of trying to set us up, to speak to us, to make treaties with us. We all know where that's heading. We all know where that's heading. And comes along Bilam. Now, instead of having his wish to curse the Jewish people, to cause the end of the Jewish people, Bilam finds himself, against his will, blessing the Jewish people. And these are beautiful blessings that came out from God through him in order to bestow God's blessing on the Jewish people. In it we find Hein Am Levad Yishkon. They are a nation that dwells by themselves. That's right. Interesting. The rabbis teach us a phrase that's used over here in Hebrew, hen. Hen, they are. They are a nation that dwells alone. But hen is made up of two letters in Hebrew, a hey and a nun. Now, if you look at the hey, which has the numerical value of 5, it has absolutely no partner. For instance, Aleph, the first letter, which has the numerical value of 1, and Tet, the 9th letter, make up 9 and 1, 10. Bet, the second letter, has a partner, Chet. Bet is 2, Chet is 8, make up 10. Gimel, the third letter, has a numerical value of 3. If you add that to Zayin, 7, 7 and 3, you make 10, and so on and so forth for all the numbers, except for Hey, 5. 5 is only a partner with who? With itself. And if you check that out, the same is true with the Nun. The Nun has a numerical value of 50. Also has no partner except, that's right, except itself. This comes to teach us that the Jewish people cannot assimilate amongst the nations, no matter what. They are always by themselves, and so forth. They rely on the one and only God Almighty, the mighty one of Jacob. No matter what, no matter how far they try, it never works. They are always by themselves. This is not a curse. This is a blessing. One of the biggest blessings that the Jewish people have. Because if we would have been allowed to assimilate, we would have been gone a long time ago. Like the Romans, the Greeks, the Babylonians, and all the others who are long, long gone. The Jew keeps going. This is the blessing. Unfortunately, this message, this blessing, has not hit home to our leaders who are leading the Jewish people today. No. They try as they will, running around the world, Europe to America, to all different places, to Turkey, begging people, accept us, let's make a covenant, League of Nations, let's all be part of the family of nations. But when it comes to the Jew, it doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that. That's the lesson from the Parsha, and a very important one, because when we come down to it, this is the secret of redemption for the Jewish people. When it comes down to it, when we rely on Him, on God, when we're one with God, then the redemption can come. When we place our trust amongst the nations, as long as we're placing a small part of our trust on the Obamas and the Europeans, hoping for them, going out to them to find favor, redemption can't come. Redemption comes when the Jew wakes up and he realizes we have no one. Hein am levad. We are a nation that dwells alone. When we realize that blessing, and we realize we only have God as our partner, and when we rely on Him, not 50%, no, but 100%. When we do that down the line, then the redemption can be completed. And that's what we have to gun for. That's what we need to tell our leaders. That's what we need out there today. Don't run around. Let them come to you. We are the Jewish people. Hein am levad. We are a nation that dwells alone. This is our blessing. This is our strength. This is what it's all about. That's right, boys and girls. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm Levi Chazan from the Situation Room somewhere in the Mediterranean. And until next time, I leave you with these famous words. Where I go, you can't go. And what I do, you can have no part of. I'll see you next time. Hey, who said those words? Let me know.